Hello, it's Brenda. Back again for our junk mail series. This is number 5. So I thought to finish it off, we could use some of the junk mailers and our bits of lace, whatever color you like. So just grab your scraps and your little pieces, whatever you have, and I just took 2 strips and I glued them together to make it a bit longer, like this. And then I used some gesso. This is just from Walmart. It's the Daler Rowney acrylic gesso, and it's white. And I just used my finger and I rubbed it all over to take away the sheen of it. And like I showed you in the video just previous, this is the one I had done. I did not gesso it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this one. We'll do a no-sew today, and then I'll sew this one and show you what that looks like. But it's just the base. And then what you're going to do after you have things like the base finished, then you're just going to start adding elements to it. And if you don't have any more junk mail, or you don't want to use junk mail, then use some cotton, like a long piece of bed strip, or like whatever your fabric is here. Just cut it down and then you can use that. But you know, the idea is to use up the junk mail. So I'm just going to close my door, sorry. There we go. I'm hoping that you're not hearing any metal sounds again today. I just, with the camera, it falls and stuff. So anyway, this one's still a bit wet because I do glue it down just to make sure that it stays on the base. But yeah, let's just start crafting. And you can have thick lace, you can have thin lace, it doesn't matter. You can put fabric on the bottom if you want, you know, to use fabric. I'm going to bring it off just a little bit because my plan for this one is to make snippets from them. So it'll get cut down and then each piece will get used. So my other glue was giving me a bit of a headache. So I'm just going to add glue. And hopefully you can see that. It's a longish piece, but you know, it's okay. And I'm just going to come off the edge and I'm going to have it overhang on the 2 sides there. And I'm just going to start gluing. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing great. I hope you've been enjoying this little series that we've been doing this week. It's quite nice to get rid of junk mail, and what a great way to do it. You know, we just make lovely stuff for our journals, and I mean, why not? We just do everything that we can. And this is the same lace that I'm using, I guess. So I'm just gonna follow it down and then we'll add another layer on top of it. But this is just the base. So we're just covering the junk mail with a base, and then we'll build on it from there. And I do have here, right in front of me. See that? That's what happens. I'm filming on the same day as the first one you saw just before this, and because you know, it's going to be New Year's Eve, and just get this little bit finished for us. And then so I hope you're all doing good. I hope everybody's healthy. no colds or flus happening. Tom, my husband, he's still got his cold, but he's trying to rest as much as possible, which is really all you can do. You know, take it slow, take it easy, and just don't do too much. And then you can come in with your other whether it's you're going to introduce another color or another texture, like a heavier fabric lace. But I just have a scrap, a little scrap bin of laces, and that's what I use. Let me show you here. I can't close it right now because I added a bunch of different things to it, but you can see they're really all pieces, and there's some trim in there because they're pieces. They're all pieces. So I'm just going to come back on this side, and I don't think you need a lot of glue because once it dries, it's going to hold it very well. And the wet glue, well, it adds a little extra thickness to it, I think. So there we go. And I don't have a method. I don't have a oh, what do you call it? Yeah, like I don't have a method of how I do things. I just like to do things in layers, and if it looks good when I'm done, then I'm happy with it. And I'll just add that one right there. It's not as wide as the other one, but again, that's all right. As long as there's some that are hanging over, and then once we add all the pretties to the top, oh, it's going to be just beautiful. Like, I think it's lovely already. And you get some of the color in behind from the junk mail card, but that's just going to add to the charm. Like when you put more stuff on there, then it's just going to add to it. So I don't think I'm off camera, which is good. It fits in pretty good. If it was extra long, I'd have to keep moving it, of course. But that piece is quite thin. And I'm just going to add this one here. It's a little thicker, but it's another bit of texture on there. And you don't have to put things straight on. Like I'm going to just put it cockeyed on there, just like that. And then I'm gonna just grab from my little basket. Now I'm full of glue. So, and then I'll just add that to the bottom. Take out the little threads first. Now this is a brand new bottle, so it shouldn't be giving me headaches. There we are, just like that. My being full of glue is my own fault. As you saw, I just used the side of my hand. And so I'm just going to add another little piece right there. Do you have special plans for New Year's Eve? I'd really like to know about those. You stay home to watch movies? Do you invite friends and family over? How do you spend your New Year's Eve? I think I'm going to make a platter of, I don't know, some stuff, and then just maybe watch a couple of movies. Like I told you the other day, I don't go out really anymore. So New Year's Day, we're going to go to a friend of ours for a little visit. Haven't been over there in a very, very long time. So, but look at this. Like, look at the beauty that's there. The different colors, the different textures. You can stop here if you want. You can add little bits, like if it looks too you know, like sparse, I guess is the word, thin, like with just your one bit of lace there, then come back and then just add your little bits, and it just adds so much. I'm just in my little basket here looking to see if I have any more of those thicker pieces. Oof, that one's very thick. I don't think I want to use that one. But then these are just cut-offs. And if you like to give it a rugged edge, then just rub it and pull when you are cutting, and it gives you a nice rough edge, and I like the rough edges. And then this one's easy enough to just pull apart, but how fun does that look? Just cut that one little edge off. And you can also ink it up if you wanted to, whatever color you like. And I'm just gonna add it right there. And this is quite a thicker lace. I don't even know if it would be considered a lace because it is thick, but I think that's okay for our base. Just move that aside. Little pieces gone. And I didn't plug in my hot glue, but I think we'll be okay. But we're just gonna start building. And if you wanted, like I say, I'm gonna use this as some snippets. So before you add things, you can cut to your size, or you can just start adding some goodies to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a few and dress a few, and then we'll do the rest as a long section. So I'm just going to cut a few down. And this has a longish kind of lace at the end, and that's okay. So I'm just going to cut 2 pieces off. I'll do one just a bit smaller, just like that. And I'm going to let those dry, and let's dress up this little thing. Now I still have all my little bits around, so I'm just going to start adding, and you don't have to have anything straight. You can have them turned sideways, like you can do it this way if you want, or this way. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. It's your creation. You do what you want to do. And I'm just going to start adding a few things. There's just labels and numbers, and you can take scrap pieces of paper and cut them down as well. You can add photos onto it, like little pictures. I think we'll do that. And then you can add flowers around, but you're basically just doing little clusters of stuff. And that's where the fun comes in. You can just have a great time doing all that stuff. Now I have these are just from a collage book, and these of course are Tim Holtz. These were a freebie from Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then these came from Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. She's a phenomenal lady that I've watched for a few years now. So it's been a lot of fun watching her. But I mean, I just took that all out so I could just maybe pick a few things, maybe a little bit smaller. Let's see. And they're in the blue tones. You can do, if you do really long ones, you can do them, like you can do a section in your pink tones and then a section in blue and a section in, excuse me, your browns and creams. You know what I mean? And then you can make each section you can make unique. And then when you cut it up, you'll have a choice of whatever you're working on. You'll have your pieces then. So I'm just going to pop that on the end. And the glue underneath is still wet too from the lace, which is all right because it'll just help to add to it. So I'm going to add a butterfly. But see, really it's just putting your stuff around, seeing what you like, and you don't even have to have it like on. It can be hanging off. I kind of like that, so I'm going to pop it there with the butterfly. And just her wing, a little bit of her wing is hanging off, but already you see the prettiness that is happening. And these butterflies, it's kind of weird because they were in the blue tones of the butterflies, and I just think it's green. It just looks green to me. Doesn't look like there's any part of blue there, but yeah, whatever. So then this one, because that end is up, I'm just going to tuck the butterfly underneath the little lip there. So just like that. And as they dry, your snippet, it's going to become stronger because it has glue on it and there's stuff on it. And let me see, I have these little labels. These came from a mystery box that I had purchased from my friend Kim. She's Kim Newberg, and she had a whole bunch of stuff in there that she sent to me. This is just a little milk topper, but that can go there. It can go on the corner. Like this right here is a beautiful snippet, and it can go just like it is in your journal on a page, or it can be a tuck spot. So I'm just going to pop that right there because I quite like it. And it'll glue on there nicely, which is good. And I did have the little, the little pictures, but I seem to have moved them, of course, because that's what I do, you know. But I see a stamp there, so I think I might want to use this little stamp as well. Just a 5-cent Canada stamp. Boy, that was a long time ago that it was 5 cents. Just add a bit of glue. But everything that you add is adding substance to your snippet. And you can carry on, like I say, you can just go. You don't have to have it this short, but I thought this would be a perfect size for us to work with today. Doing this little craft. And I have all my little goodies here. I was just wondering if I had maybe, I got some little pictures in here and I can just cut them down. But I was just thinking I would really like to have a picture of somebody on there. Oh my goodness, this little girl, she looks darn serious. We'll put her on there. Look how serious she is. The look on her face, she's not impressed. Not impressed. Maybe it's because she didn't want to have her photo taken So she's no way she was gonna crack a smile. There we go. I'll just set that down for a minute. I have all my Tim Holtz dollies and stuff in there, and it's just a nice way to keep them. And those little bags came from Superstore. They say that they are sandwich bags or something, and they're the thick ones. So I'm going to put her there. Oop, a little bit of glue on. Just like that. And I have some flowers. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I've got these teeny tinies. There's a little rip in here, so that's all right. Easier to get in there. A little bit there. And then can add it right by her. And it's okay, like if you were sewing, you wouldn't add these big bulky things until after you sewed, and then you would add your flowers and such to it. So that'll just take, that's just going to take a few minutes, and that's okay. Oop. I have some flatter flowers. Oh, and this one has some pretties on it, so I might. Oh yeah, look at that. That's lovely. So hot glue would be good here, like to use this. Then it's an instant glue. You don't have to wait. But this one might have an issue, and if it does, like it's easy enough to plug in the hot glue gun and go. But look at the prettiness of that. And you can add some metals onto there if you wanted. Brads. Oops, I have some brads here, and I thought, oh, maybe I could put one on there, but I don't think I'm going to be perfectly honest. I quite like it the way it is, and it needs time to dry. This flower, it's holding, so it just needs to dry. But how pretty. And I mean, it looks like it needs something right there. So what do I have? Come on, Brenda. We have butterflies. Maybe I can add another one of these, one of a different one here. I'll just cut it down. And I'll add it. It just looked like it was a little bit empty. And like I say, you can put metals there. You can sew buttons on. Buttons would be awesome to use. And then I'm just going to put it like that. There we go. What do you think of that? It's so pretty. So pretty. And then you can decide where you're going to cut it. After the butterfly, you know, after the flower, or you can do tiny sections. You know, if you have a little journaling card or something you'd like to use, just cut it. Cut it here, cut it here. You can cut it there, and then you have these different sections that you can use for your pretties. So I'm just going to set that aside, and then we'll work on these two little ones. And sometimes when you don't know what you want to do, working with the little ones is perfect. So you can do your base, and then you can build on that. And I mean, they won't take very much because they're just, yeah, oh my goodness, yep. If I had mushrooms here, I would be using mushrooms because that's what I love. Mushrooms, butterflies, birds, and of course flowers. And then there you can have it coming off, right? You don't have to have it sitting flat or straight. Just gives it another added interest when you take it off like that. So we've used up a lot of our junk mail cards. So, and we've used junk mail envelopes, which has been fabulous. And yeah, we've done quite a bit, which I'm so happy about. And I'm just gonna add, oh, that one's kind of dark. I just like to add a number, and that one's kind of nice. It looks like a little specimen number. So I'm just gonna add that on there. There we go. Just like that. Oops, got some glue on the butterfly. Oh well, and you can ink them up. You can do anything like that. Like, look how pretty that looks. It's just beautiful. And if you have Nuvo drops, you can use those, or if you have little jewels, use those little pearls, those halfback pearls, these things. Like, you can pop them into the middle of the butterfly. Just do 2 of them inside the butterfly there. I think the sticky stuff stayed on. Sometimes it comes off when you pull it off. I'm gonna just do 2. If you're lucky enough to have the teeny tinies, then you're good. But, oh, look at that. That is so gorgeous. So pretty. What do you think? Huh. All right, let's do the other one. Just move that aside. I have some sparkly stuff too, but I don't think that has any place here right now. But I have just this Tim Holtz ephemera pack that we worked with the other day. I'm just gonna see what's in here, see if there's anything. I'll just pop that up there. Yeah, I try not to think too hard, too much. I just want to, if it looks good, do it, right? That's what we say all the time. If you like it, you put it, and it's good to go. It's your creation. You do what you would like to do. Let's see. These butterflies are just so adorable. Maybe this little pink one. Just like that. Why not? The decisions are that easy and that quick. And you can just do these in a mass make as well. You know, you don't have to, you're not limited to just doing one or 2. You can just do a bunch of them if you like. I'm just gonna rip off the edges here. And yeah, I didn't ink anything, but I think they look okay not inked. I usually ink everything, but there are times that I forget, as you know. But then they can be inked afterwards. Just add a word, some words at the bottom there. And then grab a pearl for the center of the, maybe a couple. Got a big body there. And there we go. Oh my, yes. And there's that. So simple, and with hardly any supplies. Just your lace, your junk mail, and your little bits of goodness that you have, and you're done. Like, I don't know if a sticker would hold on there or not. Let's see if I can get it off the backing. And I'll just, oh my goodness, I can. That's perfect. Ooh, and then it's static. I'm just going to add a touch of glue just at the bottom there for a minute. And it doesn't even have to be straight, you know, you just kitty corner things, you can slant things, it just gives it interest when people are looking at it. There we go. There. Oh my. What do you think of that one? Oh, that's cute. Very cute. And there's the other one. Cute, simple, but it sure adds a huge pop to your projects. Let me just grab a. This is just a 8.5 by 11 paper that I fold in half for because I'll be making a signature. But you can add it here. You can make it a altered paper clip if you want, and you can have it clipped there, and then things can get tucked underneath. You can add it, like glue it onto two sides, have it as a tuck spot. You can add it onto pockets, tags, journaling cards. Let me grab one of the cards out of here and I'll show you. That took a second. But you can just have a card like this and then you can add it. And you can still use it as a tuck spot. But how pretty. Like, look at it on just the plain side. So, so pretty. And then this one, same thing. Boy, oh boy, they turned out gorgeous. I really hope that you've been doing them as well and that you will show me what you've been making, because they are so fun. And we're never going to run out of junk mail. I don't think, anyway. The envelopes and the barrage of stuff that comes through the door. All right, so let's bring back the long snippet that we made right here. Let me move all this out of the way so we can see the pretty. So there's our long snippet. Gorgeous. And this, just with the two of them, I didn't even tell you, were, not is, but it was about 16 inches long. 15, 16 inches. And when I cut those pieces off, it's now 11.5 inches long. And then there's these two as well. So that is what I have for you today. I really hope you love this. Like, what do you think? Honestly, I would really like to know what you've thought of this little series. And if you want to see more, just let me know. Give me some ideas of what you'd like to see. I'm always open to suggestions, and I love when people give me suggestions for doing different things. And yeah, I hope you have the most blessed New Year's Eve. I hope that if you're spending time with your loved ones, that you have such a wonderful time. Many, many blessings to each and every one of you. I hope you have abundant health, prosperity, and love in the coming new year, and that you will do lots of creating and lots of crafting. I would love to see everything that you do. All right, please take care. God bless. Bye for now.